this is our new show called Shoes and Sushi. Try to say that 10 times really fast. My name is Leisha.
I'm Jeannie.
And we're your hostesses, or whatever you call it. The name is random, and we like it because we're random. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring different hot topics and news and local news, as well as guests and news in the area.
We have some guests lined up that will be coming in the next few weeks that we know you're going to love and you're going to find exciting, and we can't wait to bring them to you. But for now, we're just going to talk about hot topics and local topics, and we'll start out by let's talk about the big news that that's going around right now, and that's Lance Armstrong.
Right.
Talk about him.
Yeah, Lance Armstrong. To me, as Oprah did an interview with Lance Armstrong, and frankly, my opinion of that whole thing is that what my son had written a book, had written a report, working on a book, written a report on Lance Armstrong a few years ago, and what happened was when we watched the interview together, and he came out with all this.
Yeah, he
stuff.
lied about,
What I said to my son is maybe what we could do is we can go outside and burn the book. We could light a fire and burn the book. So my opinion of that is that I think that, he should have been, he lied, obviously. But at the time, to me, I thought, at the time that he was doing that, I was...
At the time when he wrote the book and he was
there? I thought, he was great and fabulous, and oh my God, look at this guy. And
well, he was an inspiration for me because I used to run a lot of marathons, and I did a lot of 10Ks, and I loved at that time when he was really out there and he was popular and there was a lot of competition. He was like the king of competition.
Yeah.
So he was an inspiration for me at that time, and when even though he came out and everybody, he lied and he was drugged up and doped up and in hotel rooms
at the time,
and to hear all the things that he was doing, I still look back and that does not wipe away the fact that I still was able to finish that 10K because he was still an inspiration. So how do you separate yourself from that right now? Like I even saw, during Oprah's interview, she also said that there was a woman that wrote in that said, after reading his book, she beat cancer. So
right. Well,
you can't diminish all of that. I think it's just really sad.
Well, his sponsors, Nike, and
all pulled out.
They all pulled out. And obviously, but to me, it was just completely shocking to see that. I honestly, up until the interview, I thought to myself, was he drugged the entire time?
Yeah.
Because I could not believe it until I actually saw it, and then I was just in shock about it. So I did. I said to my son, "Listen. That book right there, we're going to go burn it. We're going to go light it on fire. We're going to have a party."
And that's what we're going to do. What's interesting about that is it's generation by generation, because you look at our generation. When we remember Lance Armstrong, we still can't feel that bad.
It's hard.
We still can't. I don't feel betrayed by him.
I do.
But that's because your kids are teenagers.
So
they don't know Lance Armstrong back in the day. They only know what they're hearing right now. They really don't know Lance Armstrong and everything all of his trophies, everything he's won, what he's really represented. What he represented to us is not the same thing as what he is now representing to your kids.
Right.
So for your son or for you to want to burn that book, it definitely is understandable.
Yeah, well, to me, I guess it depends on your perception of it.
Right.
Because to me, he was a big fat liar, and he lied the entire time, and to me, he's still condescending and still lying. But I saw tweets, I saw on Facebook, people came back and said, we're standing up for Lance Armstrong, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
And I thought, that is bullcrap, because that's not what you want to teach your kids.
Yeah, all right. So
lie,
you're
lie,
coming
lie,
from
lie,
a completely different perspective than everybody else. Because your kids
Well,
are
no,
younger
well-
than mine. So my kids just remember the inspiration, and that's what you have to walk away with him as far as I think.
Well, his future money is done. I mean, they say he's not getting any money.
Well, he's rich enough. He doesn't need it.
And then he tweeted that picture of lying the entire time tweets that picture with
what,
all those jerseys on the wall.
Well, the sponsors were pulling
and he
out.
said he was kicking back, and
Well,
he tweeted a picture of all the jerseys.
Right.
Oh my God!
Well, the sponsors were pulling out at that point, and he was being cocky. But if you think about it, you know, our generation, he was an inspiration. The kids in their generation, he's not an inspiration. He's just somebody that's on TV being splashed all over the place. It's all the negative things he did. And that's really the bottom line. And he did drugs for so long. He was doped up for so long that there is no way you can watch him on the Oprah show and see, you cannot watch, he will not show remorse.
No,
because
there's no remorse.
You know,
right.
it was the steroids. And
this
we know
is deep.
steroids they make people crazy.
This is deep.
So he has a long road ahead of him.
Yeah.
And who knows where he may end up, because
Yeah.
his significance is his running. He's not running anymore. He's not allowed to run
He's
anymore.
not allowed, right?
It's
right,
over
right.
for him.
Yeah,
and you don't know, you know. So I do feel sorry for him. I know he has a lot of money, but I feel bad because his significance as a man is gone.
Right.
So
it is, and I disagree with it. I just completely, I cannot believe that he lied the entire time, you know, and got his team to do it, and was in camp or shooting up or whatever, IV and all the drugs, and they froze his blood and they went back and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
To me, I just shut it down.
Burn
the book.
It's
Burn the book.
interesting, though. I never realized that generation by generation how they would view Lance Armstrong.
It's crazy to me. I don't know. But, you know, the tweets and the Facebook and the Twitters, again, the people are coming out for him, and then there's an audience that isn't.
Right.
So.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm thinking that what we could do is talk about. Did you want to say something?
Well, we're going to have to take a break soon.
Sorry.
But what I'd like to come back and talk about is two things. There's the Garcinia Cambogia supplement that's really popular right now for people that want to lose weight for New Year's.
Right.
And then I want to talk about Monte Teo. And this is just a women's point of view, you know. And so when we come back, we're going to talk about that.
Hello, we're back, and I'm Leisha and
Jeannie.
And the show again is called Shoes and Sushi. And if you have any comments, go to our Facebook at Shoes and Sushi.
Yeah.
Or Twitter. You could Twitter us at shoesandsushi.com. What I want to mention now is a little bit about this show called Catfish. And because the captain of the Notre Dame football team is in the news right now, and
Moneteo.
Yeah, Moneteo.
Moneteo.
And he apparently lied. That's what they're saying. He lied about this whole hoax. It's apparently a hoax. His girlfriend died. He fell in love with a picture online, Facebook or Twitter or one of them. And what catfishing is about is you get online, you have a conversation with somebody, you fall in love with them, and it's a picture.
Right.
Okay? It's a picture. There's the person behind it is not the person that you're looking at.
Yeah.
So this catfishing show is about.
It's a documentary.
It's
basically, but it's still an ongoing documentary that it's on every week.
Yeah.
He has a new show, and what he does is he follows. Or doesn't follow.
Yeah.
He gets emails from people.
Because it happened to him.
Right. He gets emails from people that want to finally meet the person that they've been communicating with online through a picture and maybe a 30-second phone call or two, and they finally want to meet the person. They've never been able to set it up. So what he does is he sets it up. And I think, because I've watched a few of it, my daughter, she loves it. It's always
they
on.
show reruns on MTV.
Right. And I think 2 out of every one of them were legitimate. And he's done hundreds.
Yeah.
So these people are actually, you know, they're thinking they're meeting the love of their life, and they're actually meeting, you know, like a guy's meeting another guy.
They're falling in love with a picture, though. That's the dysfunction to me.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but when it's somebody that you don't, you know, when it's somebody portraying somebody else, then it's.
I mean, you're getting online, okay, and this is to me. To me, it's crazy. You're looking at a picture, and you're going back and forth. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Right? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And then you meet that person, and it's somebody that lives in a shed. Right? With, you know, I mean, black, straight, you know, like a goth person. And this guy brings them together. But I think this guy got caught up in that. I think this what's his name? Monteo? I think he got caught up in this. Seriously. I think he fell in love with a girl online.
Right.
And I think that because he admitted that he fell in love with this girl.
Right.
She died, and he said to Katie Couric, he said, "Now, what would you do if you were in my shoes, Katie?"
Right.
You know, and it's like,
Well, I don't think
you're the captain of the Notre Dame team. Oh my God!
I don't think he lied.
Is he the captain? I
just
think
got-
he's the captain.
He got
Caught
wrapped up.
See, there you go. Caught
in
up.
this relationship. He, maybe he's lonely, and he fell in love with somebody online on
Isn't
Facebook.
this guy the captain
The
of the
story
Notre
behind
Dame football
So that
team?
doesn't make him more intelligent
And
than
he's
other
cute.
people.
He's cute to boot.
Well, look at look at Sandusky. That doesn't mean anything.
It
He could be a
I guess
psycho
it-
for all we know, right?
I'm
So,
just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't put anything past anybody anymore, no matter what sport they're playing.
And he's a
you know?
good-looking guy. This whole catfishing thing is, ugh.
Well, the guy,
But he's
guy
bringing
that's doing the documentary's got a hit show on MTV.
He does,
which goes
right.
To
He's
show you
traveling.
How many people are falling in love online and they don't even know who they're
Right.
communicating
Yeah.
with.
So
You know?
to see it happen to somebody like this guy, you know what I mean? Oh, this guy's fabulous.
You know what?
And it happened to him. It can happen to anybody. I just say to my kids,
Right.
if you're going to fall in love with a face online, okay, then I have swampland in Florida. I'm going to sell to
Right,
you.
okay,
Seriously, that's what I said. That's what I tell my kids. I'm like, I'm going to
let
sell
me-
you.
you know,
some, you
Well,
know?
I'm going to tell you something. When
It's
my kids were
crazy.
younger, okay, I'm sorry, but they didn't have any privacy online. I was on their Facebook. I was on whatever thing they were online.
Yeah.
When they were online, I was on there
Making
checking them out. I
yeah.
just was. And I watched a special this morning that said, "Well, your kids can turn on their privacy, and they can hide you, and they can make sure you're not watching what they're Facebooking,
Yeah.
you're not watching what they're Twitter. But you know what you can do if they're doing that is turn off their email, because if you turn off their email, you turn off their Facebook.
Right.
See if they like that.
Or shut their phone down.
And I did do that once with my daughter.
Yeah.
Because
Zip.
she tried to hide me from
Flick.
her Facebook. I turned off her Facebook and I wiped out her entire face. I wiped it all.
Yeah.
I turned off her email. I wiped out her entire
Right.
Facebook.
Well, I'll tell you,
Sorry.
I just want to bring something else up here. I got on Facebook the other day, and I had notifications. How come you don't check your notifications, Mom? Because I don't care. Because there's like 35 notifications. Play this game, play that game, do this, do that.
Oh, I know.
So now I'm starting to get, they're finding me friends. And I'm like, I don't need you to find me
no, I
friends. I'm
know.
good.
That's
I'm
annoying.
fine. I don't need you. So all these people were showing up on this old man was showing. I was like, who are these people? I'm now friends with these people. So then I went through all my friends, and there are people,
People
like,
that you don't
that I
know.
didn't even know. Like, I'm
Right.
like, who is this? Jalalala Bubada, you know? I didn't
don't
even
know.
know the guy.
Right.
And
Uh-huh.
so I went into my settings, fixed it, shut
Yeah.
it down, and
Yeah, it is. It's annoying.
It is annoying.
And let me. What's up with the people holding the signs now that say,
Million
if my
likes.
wife says I get
Yeah.
a million likes,
Yeah.
I can get a puppy. Like,
yeah,
really?
yeah.
Really?
There's a ton of them.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
Yeah, I know. But also with the notification, it just drives me crazy because, oof,
Well,
God,
when-
now I'm getting, like, if somebody does a status, if they
Uh-huh.
say, hello, I'm making steak and potatoes for dinner, I get that notice. Why?
Right.
Why?
Or somebody takes a picture of their drink.
I don't care.
And they Facebook it. This is what I'm drinking right now. Okay. Anyway,
Oh, we're off.
if you have comments about Facebook or anything we're talking about, please like us on our Facebook page, Shoes and Sushi, and give us your comments. We want to know what you think of
At Twitter.
our
At-
subjects here. And we'll
At-
be right back with some more hot topics, and see you soon.
Hello, we're back, and I'm Leisha, and
Jeannie.
we have just decided that we are going to change the name of our show because that's what we do, because we're random. So now we're going to call the show Good Morning Mimosas.
Good morning, mimosas.
And we do enjoy mimosas.
And we'll tell you why.
Just like the
because
rest of the country.
we couldn't get enough people behind the camera to say shoes and sushi 5 times.
Try to say it 5 times.
So we're gonna
Shoes and
We're going to change it. It's now Good Morning Mimosas.
Shoes and sushi. That's what it became. That's why we changed it. Shoes and Susie.
Oh my God.
So now it's Good Morning Mimosas. Anyway, so what were your New Year's resolutions this year?
I need to lose 6 pounds. I need to get more in shape. I need to tone. I definitely want to be completely toned because I want to wear my bikini this summer, like I do every summer. And well, we have a boat.
Give me
It's
your
important.
top three. Give me your top three. Your
That's-
top three resolutions.
Make over $1 million by the end of 2013.
Okay.
Lose 6 pounds, be completely toned, and be a supermodel. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, now ask me mine.
Have my CD out there. What is yours?
Get skinny, get skinny, get skinny.
Well,
My
you're
top three.
It's working for you.
I'm trying.
It's
hard.
It's just the end of January now. You're doing a good job.
It's a tough one.
Uh-huh. Well, anyway, that leads us to the supplement that's out there right now called Garcinia cambogia, which Dr. Oz.
I didn't know it was
From
called
what
that.
from what I understand, Dr. Oz is endorsing it and he's on the cover of Women's World for the month of January, and he's talking about it.
It's
But
the
apparently,
green. It's the
not a green
coffee.
No, it's not. It's
It
a
is.
fruit. It's the grind of a fruit.
Okay, it is green coffee bean.
That's another one
No,
you're talking
it's
about.
not. I'm serious.
Garcinia
It's the same.
cambogia is the grind of a
No, it's
fruit.
not.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
the same.
But Dr. Oz comes out with, he has another one that's a green coffee bean, but that's not this one. This is his current one.
Okay, well, the one that I like. Now, my brother-in-law,
Right.
my husband's brother, lost 8 pounds on.
Right.
If it's not that, I don't.
Well,
but
that's
he
funny
lost,
because
just lost 8 pounds on this green
These
coffee
people are
bean
losing 8
extract.
pounds on Garcinia cambogia too, so what's the deal with that?
It's the same thing.
That's interesting.
Whatever.
You know what? I also read this morning, and this is horrible, but I also read that Women's World, they're using Dr. Oz's picture and acting like that he's endorsing things that he's
I
not endorsing.
noticed that.
So now you
That
don't know
is
what
not
to
good.
believe.
Yeah.
But all I know is
Right.
all I know is I went out to
And bought it.
I went to Vitamin Shop and bought the.
She got sucked into
I did.
it.
I bought it. So I'll let you know the next show if I lose 8 pounds. Okay.
Well, my brother-in-law, he got the, okay, I have the notes here. It contains Svetol, Svetol, or GCA, which stands for Green Coffee Antioxidants. And what that means is that it's pure, and it has to have 45+% chlorogenic acid in it. This is what my brother, and he lost 8 pounds. I mean, and he did
Well, that's
nothing
great.
else. He did not alter anything. He still eats chicken wings. He still has a couple beers here and there. He eats his subs and makes his steaks and lost the 8 pounds.
Okay.
So,
So
there's something to say about whatever.
We'll call it the chicken wing diet.
The chicken. And, apparently, if
Mm-hmm.
you Google it, Dr. Oz did endorse it, and you could follow tweets from nutritionists who are also backing it. And you could tell that these nutritionists have a lot of followers, and they follow these people. You can tell they're in good shape. And
So, so that's our New Year's resolutions. And with the next couple of shows, we're going to have a athletic trainer, or what is
athletic
what is
trainer,
he?
we have a couple different people that we're
personal
looking
trainer.
at right
Oh, I
now
said
where,
athletic.
they can
a
teach
personal
you.
trainer. He's a very professional personal trainer. He's from the beach. Him
calling
and his
him.
wife are extremely in shape. They're actually they're over 40, and they're toned, they're buff, they take really good care of themselves. They eat well. We're going to have them on the show, and they're going to give tips and tricks as to what they do and how to stay fit, how to get in shape, and also how to lose weight. So we're going to have them on in the next
Next
couple
show,
weeks.
yeah.
hmm
Yep.
So meanwhile,
So, anyway, yeah, that's,
so okay, next thing. Let's talk about American Idol.
yeah.
Okay.
I,
Now-
I see how Nicki Minaj last night, I watched it last night, and there's a guy that came on, and she said, Nicki Minaj, this guy said he liked bacon or something, and she said, oh, I like bacon, and I make bacon
Nicki
every
Minaj?
morning. Yeah,
Who said that?
Nicki Minaj, that's how she talks. I like bacon,
does have a-
and I eat bacon every morning.
It's interesting about,
Ugh.
okay, what I don't like about American
Sorry.
Idol is the two women are catfighting,
Mariah.
and Nicki Minaj, two different generations. Mariah Carey really is a legend, but
She's 20
quite
years
frankly, she's too diva for me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She thinks she's fabulous. She tries to overstep people. And it gets to a point where she just gets on your nerves. So I was kind of hoping Nicki Minaj would kind of put her in her place. But then I see
offset
Nicki,
it.
she's more disrespectful. So, you know, now
Well, she's young.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just not, I'm really getting disinterested because I'm watching, you know, you're more into their fighting than you are into the singers. So it kind
Right.
of, they kind of change
Yeah, because they want the ratings.
They change their demeanor
But
as far
the
as the way
difference
that
in the
show
age
goes.
to me separates it. Like the young and the old, just to me, it just
Right.
like she is. I bet you she has 20 years on her.
Right.
And I think they're trying to get the ratings
So-
with the fighting.
yeah.
But we're talking two different complete worlds.
So
you
it's
know,
more of a
as far as-
generation thing again.
Well, it's time for us to wrap things up here, but we will be back, so stay tuned. And we're going to create our Twitter, our Facebook, and our Instagram, and all the other fabulous sites out there with
The Good Morning
Mimosa.
Mimosas.